temperatures and humidity. Get it right.
Proper royals.
Hey everybody, it's Adam at Proper Royals. Thanks for joining me today. This is my male clown. His name is Strike. He and I are working on a little bonding and trust issues here. So he's going to do the video for me today for a little while, and we'll see how well it goes. I want to talk to you about temperatures and humidity today. Really a simple topic. And I'm sorry to start things with a rant, but frankly, I'm tired of seeing people on Facebook and Instagram and the forums that just act dumbfounded about needing thermostats and how to properly care for the temperature and humidity of their ball pythons. Those are day one non-negotiable details that you cannot overlook. You can't. You're a negligent owner if you do. There, I said it. I'm not trying to be mean. Today, I watched a video on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and somebody posted a video asking what was wrong with their ball python, and the thing was corkscrewing, like the snake was just out of its mind, because it was out of its mind. The poor thing has neurological damage. It wasn't a spider. There wasn't a spider in that animal. Lo and behold, somebody says, hey, what are your temps set at? Lo and behold, they don't have a thermostat. They didn't know what a thermostat was. They thought a thermostat was the thermometer they had stuck inside their tank. That's the easy part. If you get nothing else from this video, here's my cool clown, and use a thermostat. There you go. You have to use a thermostat. This admittedly is a entry-level, bottom line, $20, sub $20 on Amazon. You can have it shipped prime overnight. Get started with it. Gotta use it. I get it. You got $150 for a good VE 200, no problem. Get started on one of these. This is iPower. If you put in reptile thermostat on Amazon, you'll see it right away. Get started with one of these. Let me explain really quick the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. Thermometer tells you what temperature something is at. A thermostat regulates what temperature it is at, okay? On the thermostat, you're going to put a probe in your tank. One for an overhead lamp that you're probably going to have in your tank, and one outside your tank for your under tank heater or your heat pad. So you probably have one of these heat pads. This goes outside your tank on the bottom. The probe goes in between the glass and the heat pad. Again, check out my beginner tank setup video, okay? Now, your temperature. You have to accomplish two things. However you go about this, you have to accomplish two things, and anything providing heat to your snake must be on a thermostat. You have to provide a belly temperature heat, hot side, of around 90 degrees. I recommend 87 because the temperature will fluctuate a little bit, and a degree or two above or a degree or two below 87 is always safe for your snake, okay? The other thing you have to provide is at the other end of the tank, you need that to stay at around 80 degrees. And that way, you need to provide some sort of ambient radiant heat. I recommend a ceramic heat emitter. Ball pythons need no lights. Let me repeat that. Ball pythons need no lights. If you have an overhead lamp and you have an under tank heater, they need their own thermostats. Then, this is Strike's tub. This is what I use for him. 78 degrees ambient temperature, 60% humidity. Look at that. Over here is the hot side where he slides onto the heat. I use heat stripping inside my rack. And then the cool side is 78. I heat this small room to 78 degrees. You You can do it with a closet if you're using tubs or your own small room. Otherwise, you need the lamp bulb for your tank. Both have to be on a thermostat. Both have to be on their own thermostat. Okay. Humidity. Humidity is tough, especially in a tank. Again, watch the ball python beginner tank setup. That'll tell you how to get where you're going, but you need that humidity between 50 and 60 ideally. And then during shed, bump it up a little bit. Humidity, you got a lot more leeway on. You don't want it to go under 50 regularly, and you don't want it to be above about 80 regularly. If it spikes here and there, if when you put in fresh cocoa, it leaps a little bit, that's okay. Humidity it's harder to dial in, but it's more forgiving on which way to go. Temperatures are not. Temperatures always go under, okay? The last thing, maybe even a little bit of a hint or a hack, I use less substrate. Substrate is what I use to regulate humidity. I really don't need it other than aesthetics in the tub. It helps with some absorbing smells and soilage and all of that. But really, I use cocoa husk to regulate humidity. So where I'm at is a fairly damp climate. I do have 4 seasons. I have a heat and AC going at various times of the year. So it goes up and it goes down sometimes. But really, I need very little cocoa, but that's what I use to regulate. And again, you can see it's 79 degrees and it's 62% humidity. Strike just today finished a shed. And I'll probably turn on the circulating fan, not the AC, the circulating fan in the room this evening, which will dry it out, and that'll be right at about 53, 55 overnight. Thermostats, hot side 90, belly heat. Cool side 78 to 80, ambient or overhead heat, both on thermostats. Humidity, 50, 60, 70, you got a little span there. You'll be okay. 50 to 60 is ideal. If it goes up during shed, no problem. If it spikes here and there when you put in no cocoa, no problem. This is non-negotiable. Get it right, huh? Take care of your snakes. How could you ever knowingly cause harm to one of these animals? Thanks for joining me today. Again, this is Adam at Proper Royals. If you learned something, if it's helpful, hook me up with the like, the subscribe. Check out my other videos. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me what you think I'm missing. Cheers to you wherever you are. See you next time.